Now, there have been reports of gunfire outside the US Embassy in the Lebanese capital, Beirut. At least one person is believed to have been seriously injured. Let's go straight to our correspondent, Zeina, Khodr, who's in Beirut. And Zeina, I can see armed men behind you. I appreciate the details are thin on the ground at the moment, but what more can you tell us?
Yes, those armed men behind me, the Lebanese army, they've sealed all roads leading to the U.S. Embassy just north of Beirut. There's a lot of tension here. What we understand, according to the Lebanese army, they issued a very short statement saying that a gunman was involved in a shooting incident in the vicinity of the entrance of the U.S. Embassy. They also say that the gunman held a Syrian nationality. They said that the army responded to sources of fire. The shooter was injured and taken to hospital. There's even a photo of that shooter, but reports on the ground suggest that there could have been more than one assailant involved in what is seen as an attack. So there's been no claim of responsibility, but if you look close in that photo, the jacket that the alleged gunman was wearing, you see the words Islamic State. But like I mentioned, there has been no claim of responsibility. The authorities are not giving further details about the motives of this attack. Even the U.S. Embassy in Beirut issued a very short statement. If you can see, people are trying to reach their homes, but they're not being allowed to. In the U.S. Embassy statement, talked about a small arms fire outside the vicinity of the entrance of the embassy at 8:34 a.m. and that investigations are continuing. At this point, we can only speculate. There is a lot of anger towards the U.S. administration, particularly since Israel's war on Gaza began in October. We've seen incidents of violence outside the U.S. Embassy compound in recent months, but there were protests that turned violent, young men throwing Molotov cocktails at the guards responding with tear gas. But a shooting incident like this, there was one in September just before the war on Gaza, but that was, it turned out to be, according to the authorities, a personal dispute between a delivery man and a security guard. So according to the Lebanese army, the shooter has been apprehended. He's now in hospital. Reports on the ground suggest that more than one man could have been involved. Still no claim of responsibility, and we still do not know the motives of this attack.
All right, Zeina, still a lot of outstanding questions. Many thanks for your reporting. Zeina Khodr there in Beirut. And of course, we will give you more details as soon as we get it on those developments in Beirut. Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.